And that's how you randomly end it. Yes, my man.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm doing
Mike,
all right.
Bradley, I hope you're doing well as always. And with me is the very handsome, strange, obscure man from Supro, Mr. Brian. Forgotten your surname already? Supro man.
Brian Gabriel.
That's the one.
No middle name.
I prefer Brian Supro, but you know,
That's all right.
it's like
I'll
a wrestler, you know.
I'll take it.
But how you doing, man?
I'm
First
doing
day
great.
at GuitCon, if you didn't know. We are at GuitCon 2018. It's day one. It's been a good day so far. It's been
So
good
far,
for
it's
you?
been pretty awesome. Yeah.
There's not been too much noise, but I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty tame right now. I'm sure it'll heat up for the week to come. So.
Oh yeah. And at the moment, we're cooking some amps.
We're kicking some amps. It's getting hot in here. We got the Black Magick Reverb. This is our first release that we did for June, and yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
It's really cool, man. It's I was saying to you before, like it's a good like rock and roll amp. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't want to pigeonhole it there, but what I mean by that, like we're not using any pedals, just plug straight in.
Right.
We'll talk about this in a minute. First time kind of playing this, which is cool. But you know, I like not relying on, and I think you're the same. You know, not relying on pedals and colours like this. You know, it's cool having them. They're great to have. You know, but to really get the character of an amp to come through, plugging straight in. You know, and this is got it. There's a lot of.
It's got punch, really, the mid-range has a lot of clarity. I think it's the 6973 power section of the amplifier that is very classic Supro, and also the sound of the first Led Zeppelin record. Let's just start.
Yeah.
That's where the folklore of this and the mythic aspect of our company kind of came to fruition on our relaunch. And
yeah, because how long, it wasn't super long ago when they kind of came out. What year
yeah,
was it?
I mean, we relaunched 2013, 2014,
Yeah.
and with that, the dual tone and the Thunderbolt kind of took the center stage, and those were the amps that were, even though certain people would get cagey in the Jimmy Page camp as to exactly what he used.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But that sound is definitely it's a Supro, either Coronado, dual tone, or some kind.
Yeah, you can again just even playing stuff like that, it's that kind of it's that sound right there, isn't it? Now there I'm doing more than that's not a power chord, but it's ringing through, and that's back to what I was saying. If you've got a shitload of gain going through, it's not going to go through there.
The tone stack of the amp really dictates how the power section and the preamp will work. So obviously it has three 12AX7s on the front side.
Right.
But the 6973s, they have a very certain and particular characteristic. And it's kind of what you're saying. Very rock and roll. Mm-hmm. Natural breakup. Like no pedals.
Yeah, man.
And really nice clarity. And if you have to clean up a little bit,
what more do you want from an? So that one, the one you got there. Sorry, what's that called again? That one?
This is also the Black Magick Reverb
Yeah.
in a head version, and then we have a Black Magick a Statesman 1x15 cabinet.
Right.
With a BD15.
That's 1x15.
Yeah, we can do that in a 15 or a 12
nice.
Configuration.
And this is obviously the combo version.
That's
of
the
it,
combo, yes.
And nicely endorsed by the coolest man in rock and roll, Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz helped collaborate on this particular model. On the initial launch, we touted it, in the Jimmy Page realm.
Yeah.
With the Black Magick name was we got the blessing from his camp to use.
Oh really? Yeah.
To use that terminology.
Yeah. Is it Magick spelt with the K?
Yeah, it's Magick.
Yeah.
So the first inception of the Black Magick, just tremolo, no reverb, no tremolo. No master.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So with Lenny Kravitz, we decided to also do a couple of modifications. So we split the tone stack, so we have a controllable bass and treble. And we definitely improved the tremolo, got more speed and depth out of it, so it's really pounding the power tubes on the LFO. And of course, the reverb is definitely a big feature. 6-spring reverb.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realise at first it had it, but it's.
very subtle, has a nice decay. It's pretty. That's really pretty. And the whole idea behind it, I mean, we don't use any IC chips in our amplifiers.
Oh, that's
So,
technology there, which is
yeah,
above my
that's
head.
one of those things. The build on these amplifiers is very impeccable as far as the design aspect, and also a lot of thought went into capturing the Supro legacy from starting from 1935 to 1969. That was Supro superseded every amplifier.
Sure,
company.
sure, yeah.
So they really had some cool features on their amps, and tremolo was definitely one of them. And
Yeah.
on reverb, but it's an all-tube circuit reverb.
Right, okay, yeah.
And it's an all-tube circuit tremolo.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what, we should put some trem on, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We're back. If in doubt, play some Prince.
That's right.
I don't know how that morphed into Prince, but it did, you know.
It always does. It always does.
Guy. But no, it's lovely. That's
Yeah,
nice.
the tremolo.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's
Very
beautiful.
nice. Yeah.
It's gorgeous, man. And you see what happens with tremolo. It hits those tubes with so much, the power tubes with so much voltage. So the more depth you start to create with it, that's when you start to get that heavy shimmer. Like you have it set like that right now. And
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
gorgeous.
man, this is such a powerful amp, and we're not quiet.
We're not quiet.
But we're not like, the sound girl might be thinking different.
Yeah, I'm just about 12 o'clock on everything right now.
I'm pretty, master, what am I on here? Master's like 10, 11. I'd say anything else is kind of, about 12-ish, something like that.
Yeah,
You know?
and it really depends on the guitar you're playing and how hard you hit the front end of the amplifier too.
Yeah.
These Vistatone pickups are pretty mellow sounding to me,
Yeah.
but they have really nice clarity and
That's a great sound. Well, I was going to talk to you about these guitars, 'cause I don't know much about, I'll be honest, about the Supro. I think it might be the first time playing one.
oh, cool. Well, you sound fantastic.
Oh, you stop flirting. But yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to know how do they come to be? So that's obviously your guitar, is that right? That your one?
Well, this is the Bowie model, so
Yeah.
this one is all onto its own. This was a special release we did. We did 432.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
worldwide through the Bowie management estate, and we came up with a guitar that paid homage to his dual tone that he used on his last tour. Actually, the reality tour, so like in the early 2000s.
Right.
But that one had some pretty unique features to it. His tech took out the last 4 frets. And,
Oh, really?
Or the last 5 frets, I'm sorry, and then painted like rainbow colors on them, so you can kind of see it on there. We left the frets in, obviously.
Right, yeah.
So that was one thing. So it's a couple of features: Vistatone pickups, a Bigsby 3-way switch, and of course our signature satin neck.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love this kind of satin. Yeah.
And then the mirror inlay on the Bowie logo.
Cool. It's a sexy looking, and it sounds
Yeah.
great. I love that sound of it.
Yeah.
And this contraption I have, which again is even more, but it's got the middle one in there, isn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, this is essentially in a Strat configuration with mini gold foil pickups.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the 5-way gives you, the bridge, these 2 on here, middle, 2 in the front,
2 in there,
and
and
then
that one.
up. Yeah. So I mean, basically this design is like Ozark. So the Ozark
Okay, yeah.
was, throwback to the 50s, early 60s. So we kind of hit upon the, I guess you could say like the retro aspect, and then kind of ushered it to the modern player.
Yeah. Well, I say, when I picked one up, this kind of satin, if I can get it in the camera there, this satin finish is, I love it.
Yeah.
It's got no kind of gunk to hold you up if you're shredding all your Phrygian modes.
It's a great feature. Yeah, no, exactly. And all our guitars, our basses, our baritones will feature a satin finish neck.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Well, it's been great getting to know these Supro amps and guitars, obviously, but I really like these. I'm not just saying that.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
it's great, and you can tell that just playing it, there's certain amps, across the board and all brands, you play them like, all right, but this has got a nice, I like that, the body to it,
Yeah, I mean, if there's one quality about all Supro amps that we can say is that they, even though the whole idea of Supro is they're low wattage amplifiers.
Actually, yeah, we haven't said about what's it kick out, these watts?
These are 25 watts.
25 watts, yeah.
And it feels...
Which is still plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a Class A configuration, you'll always get more output. At least it appears that way, just the way it compresses, and the sound pressure level on them is it's intense. So Again, you know, we're only at 12 o'clock, and you have so much available headroom. And very dynamic. You just lighten up your touch. It'll clean up a little bit. It just chimes, you know.
Yeah.
And then you get that nice tight.
I love it.
You know, natural breakup.
Which we want. It's all about, you know, it's the old school way, isn't it? Where you clean up.
Right.
You're a bit out of tune, but we'll go with it for the moment. And you know, you got a variety of different tonalities,
right?
That,
your volume control,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And even the picking dynamic range is very.
Yeah.
Also, you can articulate, and it'll respond.
And the thing with it, obviously, I suppose the other side, not let's say the negative side, but it will highlight mistakes in your playing. But that's where practice comes in.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean? Or just slow it down and
right.
You know, let her. No, that. That kind of quackiness I like.
Yes. And that's the thing, they're single coil friendly, and they're also, with a double coil pickup, it changed. Once again, you can get so much more character out of one amplifier. So with a lot of versatility, just built in one box.
Yeah, it's cracking.
Yeah.
Well done, Supro. And scarily for me, I'm like, I kind of want one myself now. I know your game. I know what's going on here. Cool, man. Well, thanks for spending time with me
in
this moist room. But like I say, thank you so much for walking me through.
Oh, you're more than welcome. My pleasure.
It's been cool jamming with you, man.
Yeah, you too, Michael.
Mike Bradley signing out.
Brian Gabriel from Supro here at GuitarCon 2018. All right.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
I feel the devil's on my side.